I still thought I could save him.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
That was the first time I'd ever been inside the library, and I couldn't make up my mind which book to start reading first.
But he withdrew part of himself.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth, and reaching out.
He was quite...
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker, but he took it very seriously.
Maybe we believed so much in those stories. Mom said Walter left after Barbara died.
Do not come home right now.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
It was hard to argue with him.
And she kept winding and winding.
He told me he avoided the darkness.
Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
I've been trying to imagine it.
Just need to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can hit the road. Perfect.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Dawn, you don't have to do anything.
The clock I used to hide inside of.
He followed the sound of her.
Edie used to tell people her husband was killed by a dragon.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Mom could tell you the mass of the sun, or the gallons in the Puget Sound.
Until finally, the key pops out.
Now it was time to find out what she'd been afraid of. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. But she started getting sick a lot.
Also, I loved your delivery on that.
Like I was being pulled back on the tide.
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go!
I love you, Grandma, but it's not just the house we're leaving. It's you.
Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
Who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Louis Beckestan.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
These things don't go away. They're there just under the surface.
Then hang up.
Maybe there isn't.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. Or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Maybe this is all a mistake.
My mom was furious.
I think you just need the right motivation.
I think he just wanted to escape.
Now you're being ridiculous, Sam.
I thought you'd have questions about your family.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. So she can decide for herself.
I'm starting to wonder if it's a good idea to be writing this.
Hey!
Edie would have, but Mom wanted the past to stay buried.
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Oop. A little more gas in the tank, I guess.
Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Give me a minute to check the map.
He told me he'd made a new friend.
The ending's the same either way. There's a secret in this bathroom.
Ugh! Because it's unfair.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.